Hi guys, my name's Anastasia. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm coming to you with a book haul. I don't do this a lot because I've stopped buying that many books due to, being a student and not having a lot of money. But I kind of went a little bit crazy the past few days. So I have actual books to show you, which is a rarity in itself and you shouldn't get used to it. But for today, we have a book haul in our hands. So this is a bit of a mixed book haul because I have all kinds of books in here. Not from particular genres, but I have books that I've got from the library, books from secondhand stores, books from Waterstones, and books from Amazon's. And I'm expecting 2 books from a secondhand online bookstore I found. So since I am not one for intros, let's get on with the book haul. First book is The Dream Thieves by Maggie Stiefvater, and this is the second book in the Raven cycle or quartet, I'm not sure. And I read the first book literally not even a week ago, and I read it as an ebook, but I loved it so much that I kind of wanted to read Dream Thieves as a physical book. So I went to the library and got this beautiful, well, it's not beautiful, let's face it, it's kind of ugly, but it's physical and I can like flip through it. And I don't know, whenever I love a book a lot, I want to enjoy it as a physical book. I want to read it, I want to flip the pages, and I just don't want to be in front of a Kindle or in front of my laptop reading. So that's why I did that. I can't really give you a great description about the Raven boys because there's so many things happening that there isn't one clear. I can tell you it's about Blue. She's the daughter of a psychic and she lives in a house full of psychics, but she doesn't really have a power. She can't predict the future, she can't read anything. She doesn't have any psychic powers. And on top of that, she's been told since she was a little girl that she's gonna kill the boy that she loves when she first kisses him. So that's one plot line, and the other one is she meets 4 boys from a private school and they begin to hunt for a lost ghost king who apparently, if he's found, he can grant one wish, whatever that is. And you kind of get into a world full of ghosts and magical forests and powers and just all kinds of things. It's spooky, it's airy, it's the perfect book for fall and for Halloween. And I'm about 150 pages into The Dream Thieves, and I can tell you that the second book is just as great. Next book I bought from the library is Gingerbread by Helen Oyeyemi. I'm sorry if I butchered the name, I'm not good with names, but yeah, the name is Gingerbread, and I believe this is a Hansel and Gretel retelling. I don't really know much about this book, I just kind of liked it, and when I skimmed through the description, I realized it was about gingerbread that was actually made in another land, and apparently, I think Hansel is actually the mother of the main character and Gretel is her ghost friend. So it's a really weird way to retell this fairy tale, and I'm really excited to see how it goes. I checked Goodreads and it had an average rating, I would say. I think it was 3.3 or 3.1. So I'm not expecting much from this book, but it's Halloween and this sounds a bit spooky and magical, so yeah, we'll see how it goes. And that was my library haul. Now on to the secondhand store haul, or one of the 3 books that I'm expecting. So the only secondhand book I have currently in my hands is The Vegetarian by Han Kang. I was perusing through a secondhand bookstore, as you do, and it was the only thing that I kind of found interest in. And I think, and don't quote me on that, I think it's about a woman that starts seeing some murderous, bloody dreams. So she renounces meat, and that kind of takes a toll on her. So she starts changing mentally, physically, and sexually, I guess. And yeah, so this is about that. And at the back, it says a darkly beautiful modern classic about rebellion, eroticism, and the female body. One of the most extraordinary books you will ever read. We will see about that. It's also won the Man Booker International Prize in 2016, so I'm hoping it's good. It's short either way, so I don't think it's gonna take me a long time to read it. And yes. Now, a couple of days ago, I took a trip to Waterstones because I badly needed some book shopping. You know, some other people do shopping therapy. I do book shopping therapy, as a lot of people in booktube do as well, I'm thinking. And the first book I bought, which was a book I was dreaming about for so long, is this book, Wayward Son by Rainbow Rowell. Now, first of all, let's talk about this edition because look at this. Isn't it amazing? And oh, just look at this. Just look at this. And then just look how beautiful. It's so beautiful. Like, I've never seen a book so beautiful. Yeah, I read Carry On in the beginning of the summer. Oh, I actually read it for the Reading Rush Readathon, which was one of my first videos. Not that I've had many, but anyway. And I loved it. I loved it so much. It made me want to read Harry Potter. Yes, I haven't read Harry Potter yet. Anyway, let's skip over that. Like, this will be dealt with in November. We don't need to talk about that right now. If you didn't know about Carry On, it's about Simon, who is basically the alternate Harry Potter, and he studies at Watford. He is also the worst chosen one ever because he does everything wrong. He not only calls for trouble, like evil things are attracted to him, but he can't control his power. So whenever he tries to fight that evil, he makes a mess of things. And then we have Baz, who is actually, what's his name? Draco Malfoy. And yeah, what kind of develops throughout Carry On is a beautiful adventure story full of friendship and magic and maybe romance. Moving on to the next book I bought from Waterstones is Shattering Bone by Leigh Bardugo. Fun fact about me is that I love Six of Crows. It's literally one of my all-time favorite series in the world. Like, you have the Mortal Instruments and Percy Jackson like here, and right underneath is Six of Crows. I love it that much. And the thing is, I read like 5 years ago, I tried to read Shattering Bone, but I only read like 20 pages and just kind of put it aside. And after that, I didn't try to read Leigh Bardugo's work. But then I heard all of the amazing things about Six of Crows, and I'm like, oh, fine, I'll give it a chance. And I completely fell in love. I decided it's time to go back and read Shattering Bone, because I also want to read King of Scars, and just I need to read Shattering Bone. So I went to Waterstones and bought this beautiful edition of Shattering Bone, and I'm hoping to read these books and love these books and just finally get what everyone else sees in this trilogy. I believe this takes place in a country called Ratfa, which is plunged into darkness and it's in constant war. And I don't know with what, but like I know there is almost always darkness and almost never light, until one day the main character Alina, who's an orphan girl, discovers she has a power that might change that and might save the entire, if not country, the world, because I'm not sure if that's like a continent, country, world, or whatever. So the king, or maybe like the emperor, or the guy who's in charge anyway, who's the Darkling, the infamous Darkling that I've seen so much fan art about and fan fiction as well, takes her and tries to train her in order for her to develop her powers. And she kind of gets into a lot of she kind of gets deep into the political aspects of that and dark stuff and magic and relationships and friendships, and yes, that's the description I can give you. I mean, I'm guessing that you already know about the series, so well. And of course, after my mini book haul from Waterstones, I was not satisfied, so I decided, why not order some books from Amazon? First book I immediately ordered from Amazon was a book I've been anticipating for so many months, and it's from the same author from Shattering Bone, of Shattering Bone and Six of Crows. It's Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. This book. I've been hearing about this book for so many months, and I've been anticipating it for so long, and now it's out and it's beautiful. Oh my god, you should see it. Like, oh. Naked, it's just beautiful. Look at it. Look at the scales and the compass, and just and it's blurred by Stephen King. Like, how else would you know that Leigh Bardugo is the queen? Like, right now, like, she has Stephen King, Joe Hill, Lev Grossman, and I mean Charlene Harris. Like, everyone, every single person that's read this book has nothing but good things to say about it. So I just can't wait to read it. And I know it's adult, so actual warning is that this book is adult fantasy. It deals with some heavy dark stuff. I think there's sexual assault, rape, abuse in here, so trigger warning for that. But it's her first adult fantasy book, and it's going so well, and I know it's gonna be a masterpiece, and I just can't wait to read it. The Ninth House is about Alex Stern, who's a 20-year-old with a really dark past and the sole survivor of a multiple homicide that was never solved. But after all of her dark past and all the trials she's went through, she's given a second chance. She's given a full scholarship at Yale, with the only exchange to kind of be the watchdog, not the watchdog, just to watch the secret societies of Yale. And while she becomes kind of a spy for her benefactors, I guess, for those what are they, clubs, she kind of discovers a really dark, mysterious, magical world full of dangers and bad things. That's all I know, and that's enough for me at the moment. Last book in this haul was introduced to me by another booktuber, and that is Paperback Dreams. You know how every booktuber has a favorite book that they keep pushing at their audience? Paperback Dreams, I can't remember her name, but I'm gonna link her channel down below, like you already don't know her. Her favorite book is Radio Silence by Alice Oseman. I am so intrigued by this book, not just because I've been hearing about it for so long, but mostly because it's about two students, a quiet girl and a straight A student boy, that decide to make a podcast. And as a journalism major, I'm really intrigued in anything that has to do with journalism, from podcasts to radio to writing to, I don't know, TV, YouTube, hello. And apparently this is also an LGBTQ story, so I'm really excited to learn more about their friendship and about the things that they talk about and how, like, the whole thing goes. So that was it. That was my first book haul. I hope you enjoyed it. It went pretty well, I think, considering that I can't really speak. But yes, I hope you enjoyed it, as I said already. And I'll be back with more videos soon. Goodbye.